Name is Justified, straight out of Compton, definitely representing the IE, and my hustle was this rap game. Growing up, both parents in the home, married, um, great providers, taught the right things. I chose different things. And I'm just very blessed, to have had, two solid parents that gave me the best life possible to be able to be well equipped for this world we facing. Watching my mother do her thing as an author and writing books and being involved in the arts, my mom found herself a deal before she had an agent or a manager. She actually went to get an agent to negotiate the deal that she hustled herself to find. So it showed me that if you solid and if you chasing your dreams hard enough, that it can happen. So having success so close to home gave me that extra push to know that I could make it. I think the biggest shift came for me in '96. My family members out in the Bay Area. I was running away from some trouble in the LA area that I got myself into, and I ended up staying with my aunt and uncle. And my uncle was famous blues player Chuck Edwards, and they had a full recording studio at their house, and they welcomed me into their home to keep me out of Compton and getting involved in things that I was getting involved in. And my cousins put the music in front of me, and I already had that passion to do it, so it kind of felt like a lifesaver, like I was running from trouble and ended up in a situation that put me into the studio, and we never looked back. Being with the friends and everybody doing it and, fitting in was really the initial draw, to rapping, is that's what everybody was doing, so I was gonna do it too. And being in it that way, I discovered that I fell in love with it, and it was a passion that I wanted to pursue. You think of Justify, you think of music, so, when you see somebody, that's the first thing they ask, what's up with the music? In some senses, it gives false hopes to friendships, because a lot of time I'm strictly business, you know what I mean? And people want to develop, stronger ties than, are really there, forced relationships, if you could say. But yeah, it definitely affects every aspect of my world, because that's what I do.
Without him knowing, I asked around, I'm like, who's this cat? He is supposed to be a rapper? I said, because I hear a lot of cats that say, well, yeah, I'm in the music industry, whatever, whatever. And I was told, no, Justify is for real.
Did a couple shows with him, like the way he managed it, kept it like professional. Everything ran smooth, wasn't no drama. Good dude. So after that, we just started chopping it up. He have a function, I come, anything like that.
I've been knowing my man Justify since we were in the 3rd and 4th grade. I met him going to school in LA. We were both from Compton.
Started writing and freestyling when I was like 12 years old. All the neighborhood friends, they were rapping and freestyling instrumentals and recording on the karaoke. So it's something that I found myself very interested in, and upon seeing that I was good at it, it was something that just felt natural to want to do and to pursue. When I had financial support, I found an investor that came and put up a lot of money to build my name as an artist.
He let me hear a song with him, E40, and the legendary Cocaine. Oh, and man, it was a slapper too. But at that point, I knew that he was going to be able to do some great things.
That gave me a level of credibility in the game, having those type of artists affiliated with my first record. It was a door opener. The things that I was seeing, the things that were going on, in that time frame just really pushed me closer towards my destiny and getting involved.
People get money in this game and they get big at it and they forgot where they came from, but not Justified.
I seen him performing first with the Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing. I had seen that like 3 times. I'm like, oh, they dope. I was hype manning with my brother, Young Stress, and his wife came up to me and she was like, yo, you good, keep going. That's when I first started out rapping.
We do a lot of things with kids too. The daddies on wheels, the diapers, the breakfast. When you're reaching out and doing stuff for your neighborhood, your community, reaching to the kids, then that drew me to him too.
He was like giving back to the community, like some diapers and stuff like that. So I hit him up on Facebook like, yo, I want to be a part of that.
I know he won't bring me to it if he won't bring me through it. I just think boy Justified. We out here healing the Ville. It's the first time we put it together. God gave a vision, and as you can see, he gave a provision. We out here, you know what I mean?
Really in the beginning and up to, recently, the financial aspect, being able to invest properly and be able to afford certain opportunities that came with a price tag. So I think every independent artist has encountered a financial struggle in chasing their dreams. So being able to take the music to make the money to do better music by going out the trunk, by being independent, by printing up, selling 1,000 copies, and making the music make the money while you're trying to make it. Biggest relationship blessing I had was when I got married. That took me out the streets and really being out there too much mixed with the entertainment. It gave me balance, it gave me foundation, it gave me a reason to make it home from the club. And my wife ended up doing music with me, and we had an album out together, and we did shows and, you know, toured from city to city, state to state as a Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We were a couple rap.
He saw something in me as we, you know, engaged in church activities, and he asked me to come onto one of his CDs with his wife, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith Project.
That's probably the relationship that's affected my life the most, outside of my mother and my family giving me life. That I did a lot of growing during, you know, that marriage time.
This is my message. God has everything you need.
When I recorded the song, The Message, with him, his wife was there, and to be honest, I looked over and she kind of gave me the nod, which is like, you know, that's gratification to me, because here's the man who loves a woman so much that he enters his business with her as well as their relationship as husband and wife.
Being that she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer a month after my mom passed was kind of a hard pill to swallow, because here you lose the most important woman in your life, the one that gave you birth, then to shortly after find out that your wife has been given a date, so to speak. The mental challenge was the main thing, was to be able to stay focused on what was going to have to be done, and that was, how am I going to take care of these kids? And that's my, you know, youngest daughters. Given 6 months to a year, my wife fought cancer for 11 months and passed. The same way that I dealt with my mother's passing was I consumed myself in the hustle. That kept me from my thoughts going too far out of range, like work, 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 work. And then that second bomb was dropped on me, and I kind of stuck to that same recipe. Even while she was sick, I still did shows. Like, we were doing shows together, but I had a history in music of solo projects, so it wasn't strange for me to do some Justified shows versus the Mr. and Mrs. Smith show. So I kept myself booked, I kept myself busy and pressing towards the goal, because this goal was the only thing that I could really see being the provision to take care of my kids upon her passing. So I really soaked everything up into work. Even when she passed, I believe she passed on a Wednesday, I had already been booked for a show that Friday.
I'm listening to his music, and I'm hearing that he lost his wife. I'm hearing that he's raising his daughters by himself.
I needed to do that show because it was a way to channel everything. It was like, I got to get out this house. I can't sit in this house and just be looking at walls. I'm a grind. During those first months, my buddy Andre, you know, he was very close, you know, in the situation with me, and he mashed with me, and we just stayed busy. You know, we stayed busy for months, grinding, you know, building up the brand, building up the product pipeline. And work is what kept me focused on not breaking down, if that makes sense. Like, as long as I got something to get up and do, then that's what's going to keep me from laying in this bed feeling sorry for myself.
So I was literally with him, and we had to take a moment and just go somewhere and just sit. And, you know, he talked a little bit, he shed his tears, and I was just there to just be there in any way that I could for him.
We're coming up on 3 years, and in those 3 years, the things that, I won't say the things that I've done, but the things that God has allowed to happen or has paved the path for it to happen. New record out, still got the girls. Everybody thought, you know, he's not going to be able to pursue his career with his daughters, and he's going to have to give one of them up, either my career or my children. The children was out the question. You know, I'm not giving that up, but I believed in God enough, and I believed in my purpose as an artist and my position in music enough to believe that he was going to make a way. And I mean, we've done some incredible things musically over the last, you know, 2.5 years, not even under the circumstance, just period, just to be able to move and excel if everything was dandy, you know, we've done some incredible things, but considering under the circumstances of raising these girls by myself is definitely a testament to God's work, because I myself don't know how we've been able to do what we've done.
Even now, if you come in his house, you see his wife's still in his refrigerator. So that lets you know that he keeps her presence here with his kids, and he means that. He misses her, and you know that. But he still pushes through and does what he needs to do and helps the people around him.
I believe, like I say, the Most High put us here to help each other through everything it is that we're going through.
Music has always been an outlet for me. So whether it was profitable, it's always been something that I could pour out what was happening in my life into the music. And that sparked me doing a project called Morning After. And it goes from her being sick to her passing to the struggles with family and friends and, you know, people saying things and, you know, just a whole lot of drama, you know, after she passed. And I was able to channel all that into the music and put it out there. And I think it'll be able to be used as a instrument of inspiration for somebody else that may be going through something tough, to be able to see how in every step of the way God was given the glory for what was happening and, you know, the movement being made. Tomorrow's not promised, so you can't say I'm going to do this next year like everybody is on New Year's and resolutions. And I have to look towards tomorrow and what I can do every day to get closer to where I'm trying to be.
We want to give you this award because the strength of a man is not measured on the outside, but it's measured by the love of God that his heart for a man has for his woman. So from the West Coast Hip Hop Award, this goes to you, bro.
I lost my mama and my wife within 11 months. And I'm still standing, and I'm being strong with my daughters. So you niggas out there with your little minimal problems, and you ready to give up on life, you better call on God. If I can make it, you can make it. And the West Coast is to come out, but it's gotta be in the one God. So put your finger up if you love God, and you believe you can make it through whatever you're going through. This is what this shit right here is all about. Because the one of God when the families got here. And that's that real shit from the West Coast. Yeah.